So I just finished The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk. I believe I'm saying his name correctly. I just needed to share that it was so insanely profound for me. Like literally as I was listening to it on Audible, I was like saying, wow. Oh, wow, to things that he was saying. And I think a lot of times, and I know I am guilty of this happened to me, where I would downplay my anxiety, where I would downplay the traumas that I've been through. I would downplay because in my head I think, oh, well, so many other people have it worse. And even in this book, he talks about a lot of really intense PTSD, traumatic issues that he's come up in his, like as an MD, doing, psychotherapy and doing his job. And I had to actively work against being like, I had to keep telling myself, this is still for me. And so I want to urge other people to know that things that have traumatized them, things that have been issues for them, things that they struggle with, like depression or anxiety, unresolved trauma, like don't compare yourself to someone else, because for me, that's where I became minimizing and diminishing my own things that have happened to me and been so intensely felt and or not felt and pushed down and layered upon layered, right? So just to validate that what has affected someone matters and they deserve healing. They deserve to, one of the things I'm trying to do is work through traumas instead of using my defense mechanisms, which is make a joke, diffuse the tension, don't feel these hard feelings, don't cry. It's just better if we move on to something that is easier and more palatable, right? But that's not true. It's not true. It's a false sense of security. It is a band-aid over something that is much deeper, that you deserve healing, you deserve therapy, you deserve anything that is going to help you feel safe and secure and seen, heard. All of these things matter for everyone. Everyone's trauma is different. Everyone's experiences are different. You can't compare yourself. And I realized unwittingly that's completely what I was doing. And that was just really intense for me. So 10 out of 10, need to recommend this book to literally everyone I know and everyone I don't know. Parts of it are really difficult to hear because of the stories he tells of some of his former patients that are really sad, but to get through the stories, to hear the healing on the other side of it is so useful. And then at the end of the book, he talks about all the different therapy healing options, right? Now, medication works for some people, it doesn't work for others. So that there are other things out there that are options. EMDR was one of them that I think is extremely interesting, and I want to look into for myself. I don't remember if it's limbic something. Basically, it's where more of a physical, or maybe I'm mixing them up. Throughout the end of the book, he does chapters on each of the individual things, and so one of them was where it's a group therapy setting, and when it's basically your turn to basically reenact something, and you use other people as you are this character and I'm going to place you here in reference to where I am, and you have to face away from me, or I need you to curl up into a ball, or I need you to, you know what I mean? So seeing that physical manifestation of how your mind is seeing something, it was really profound. And the other one, neurotransmitting, I think that's what it's called. I just, there are so many ways to heal, and I'm a big proponent of talk therapy, honestly. Like, it's been extremely helpful to me, but like drama therapy, yoga therapy, like there are so many things. So I guess that leads me to giving this book recommendation. Like, are the people that need it going to actually do anything with it? And that's something I've also worked on in therapy, where I need to, it's completely out of my control. And I've been kind of meditating and working on surrender. That is one of the big things that I personally want to work on and know that will benefit from immensely, is in situations that are safe, helping my brain understand this is safe. Surrender to whatever that is, right? It works on a spiritual level. It works on physical, emotional, mental, like all of the, like letting myself release the semblance of control, because let's be real, I don't have control. There isn't control. And that's where unhealed trauma, like you're trying to manifest control and you want to be in control. Maybe that's just me. But like recovering from being a perfectionist, like I have to work against those neural pathways that are ingrained so deeply, and choose mindfulness, choose something different to create the new neural pathways. But like I can't, even no matter what recommendations I make, like the people who may need it may not take it. But I just felt like I really wanted to share that. I wanted to like give it out to the universe, because you never know who it might actually help, and it's helped me immensely. There's a chapter at the end where he talks about theater as therapy. And guys, like I sought out therapy, I didn't seek out therapy until my dad had passed away. That was when I sought out actual like therapy. However, little did I know, I was like instinctually going to theater. I went to like choir. He talks about like movement and dance and yoga and theater and all of these things that like instinctually I feel like I was drawn to in order to heal, in order to start a healing process, because theater and community and embodying emotions and feelings and expressing them, even if you can't necessarily look in at yourself yet, you can do that through a character. Like, guys, the book is so profound. You have to be willing to do the work on yourself, though. You have to be willing to do it. And I think that a lot of times we're not. For years and years, I was not willing to. And very recently, I'm finding so much through when you are at like a stable, loving, safe place, oftentimes that's when anxiety might spike, because you're realizing you might be able to do something with it, right? You might be able to work through something, as opposed to feeling like you're in survival mode and you're just trying to like paycheck to paycheck and you're go, go, go. So I'm not saying working on yourself is easy, because it's not, but you're worth it. And whoever needs to hear that, I feel like I want to say it to.